quick question, guys. Before we get started today, I just kind of want to get a feel for where everybody's at. There's a couple less people on today's call than yesterday, so we can either take that as a good thing or a bad thing. You know, we were talking about this the other day, that 80% of the work is done by 20% of the people. So just kind of looking at the number as a whole, 20 people are going to come out of this thing with some success, with some doing some good numbers, right? And you can already see that there are people already getting some levels of success out of this. What I'd like to see real quick, if you can, is I want to see you type your numbers in the box. Like I think Soren just said he had his best day ever, right? So I want to know where you guys are at right now, because everybody's at different levels. People doing $300 to $500 a day. Some people doing $500 to $1,000 a day. Some people doing $1,500 to $2,500 a day. So I want to know where you guys are at right now. So tell me exactly, just write down your number, whatever that may be. Are you doing $150 to $200 a day? Are you doing $300 to $500 days? What are you doing right now? Jeff M, start us off. Perfect. So Tom is doing $200 to $500 a day. Dawn is doing 155 visitors for $250 days. All right, well, I want to have some more hair. Make me look 10 years younger, but guess what? Got what I got. We got to learn to deal with it and move on from there. So guys, keep putting your numbers up. $2,000, not yet consistent enough. 200 to 600, 150 to 350. All right. So 34K in January. Anthony, congrats. That's pretty awesome. It's about an average of $1,000 a day. So good job there. Glenn, less than $10 a day. Okay, I hope that's your ad spend. 2K, highest day. Anthony, awesome. That's awesome. All right. So I guess the reason why I really wanted to ask this is because last night, I had an epiphany when I left here. And, usually I have my best moments when I'm by myself driving and, shit just hits me. So I'm driving home last night from Chris's, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself that you guys are asking great questions, right? But the questions you guys are asking are not the right questions to be asking at this point in the game, because nobody's really doing $3,000 to $5,000 consistently a day. And if I'm wrong, please correct me. But I don't see anybody's numbers hitting that, 3 to 5K every single day consistently to be worrying about scaling, right? Right now, the whole goal is, and Chris and I had a reality check just like literally an hour ago, because, we have 5 stores, and some of these stores are not getting the attention that they need to be getting. So we need to hire more staff, and we need to put more people in place to make sure that these stores are getting the attention that they need from a foundation level, which is where everybody in this room is at right now. We're all starting to build our businesses that are doing less than 3 to 5K a day to get them to that level. The only way to get it to that level is to put up some ads, spend some money, and get some momentum. Once you guys get that momentum and you get those ads up and you see the success, the visitors coming to your stores, then we can worry about scaling. But right now, I don't think there's a single person in this room that has enough traffic and that has enough money in ad spend to be worrying about scaling. We need to just focus on putting up more ads each and every day. That's it. And it starts right here with us, because as I said, we have stores that are doing phenomenal numbers right now. But for the stores we have doing phenomenal numbers, we have stores that are doing mediocre numbers that we need to focus more attention on. And that's exactly where you guys are. Can I get a Y if you guys agree with me on that? Awesome. I'm glad we're all on the same page. Chris is just making some adjustments over here on your columns. I believe you're in, all right, yeah, so he's in Glenn's account right now, just making some adjustments on the columns. Vivian asked, does it mean putting up new ads for testing new product? And the answer is yes. You should always be testing product, right? And that is where you're going to find your breakthroughs. That's where you're going to find products that you're going to be able to, actually start the scaling process on, right? So yeah, you should be testing new product every single day. But some of you guys, it could just mean testing new interests, right? You may have an ad set that has, like we were looking at some of ours today, that have 40 or 50 interests. And Chris is like, I got to be able to break some of these down in order to find out where my true winners are. So sometimes it's just a matter of being able to actually identify where your winners are coming from if you have that many interests. Sometimes it just may mean that you have to add more interests, right? So it's not necessarily always about testing for some of you guys that are in, a specific product or dealing with a specific niche that you don't want to keep testing new product every single day. You got to try to test new audiences in that case. All right, Vivian? Perfect. I think my problem is the niche is too small. All right, Rob. Well, if you're not afraid to share, I definitely would like to know what that niche is, because I have seen some niches that, are too small. There's not enough traction. And then I see some niches that are kind of, they're, I guess, seasonal niches, where they kind of spike during certain times. I guess I wouldn't call them seasonal. More, what I would call them is what are those things, those ads we used to run where current events. So current event type of ads or niches, maybe you'll find those having kind of peak and valleys, right? But you're going to find that in every niche. Like lion canvas, tiger canvas, farming, dog, pit bulls, etc. Well, I would kind of sum up what you're saying right now, Rob, as the animal niche. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, you just named a couple of different animals, unless you have an animal that are all three of these things. Yes, okay. So I would say no, your niche is not too small, because there are tons of animal lovers out there. The ASPCA is as big as it's ever been. So there's tons and tons and tons of content and interests, and the animal niche is as big as it's ever been. So I wouldn't say that your niche is too small. Maybe you're not targeting the niche the way you should be. That would probably be a better determination than saying the niche is too small. Would you agree with me on that one? Yes, agreed. All right, perfect. All right, so guys, you all set here with the comments?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, cool.
But hey, before I get into this ad account, so I want to talk to Rob real quick. So he mentioned lion canvases, tiger canvases, farming, dogs, pit bulls. Okay. Pit bulls, number one, is going to be a super competitive niche. If you're not going to have money to hang around and get in there, most likely you're not going to survive in that thing. Farming, you're talking about pigs, cows, stuff like that. When you see things that sell for like cows and pigs, when you see the socks or the silly shirts and stuff, those are like the younger girls or people that work on farms or, work with those animals, and those are the people that buy them. The people that have those pigs, chickens, things like that, and live on a farm, they're not going to put a poster or wall art on their wall when they can look outside and see it, the real thing. Remember, we're talking about the masses, not just the little 15 people that you're targeting in your head that you're like, this would be perfect for them. We're talking about the masses. Are you guys still with me? Does that make sense? If you love pigs, most likely you would have a pig or you live on a farm or something, and you could see it outside. See, that's my problem. I don't think like you all do. I do think like an advertiser, like you said the other day. Correct. So let's go back in. You're saying tiger and lion. So I actually launched a tiger canvas, say a white one, and we did the audience. I think we only got to like 450,000 after we went after all types of stuff for tigers. So, real expectations of that canvas. It's going to get a little bit of traction. You might sell 25 to 50, and then it's gone. See ya. On to the next. And that's it. Not too many people coming in the tiger niche every day and loving tigers and this and that. They either grew up and they wanted to work in a zoo. They worked in a zoo. They see how they treated the animals. They're trying to stop the trade of big cats, or they live on sanctuaries and things like that where they're rehabilitating the tigers. But even those people, they could go outside in the cage and see the tiger if they were that passionate about it. They most likely work with them. Those are all niches that I would just stay away from.
also totems, like hawks, eagles, elephants. Those are huge. You want to try to focus on things like that. They are obviously still an animal, but they're a totem where you can actually try to target it in a different way outside of just looking for tiger lovers. Look at the totem side of it, right? So that's another side of the niche that you can try to actually target and go after those people too, Rob. Why did the wine canvas work? Because people love wine. People love, like he said, people love tigers too. But the difference is that the people that love tigers want to go to a zoo, look at them in the zoo, and yeah, they might want to put a tattoo on their body that of a lion or a tiger or whatever. But you can see the size of the audience when you're targeting it just by the breed, a Bengal tiger, or what was the other one we looked at today? It's not Singapore. What the hell was the other one?
Siberian.
Siberian. Thank you. Siberian tiger. When you look at it by the breed, there's obviously a limited audience. Kind of look at it from an opposite side. Like you said before, the marketing side of it. If you had tigers, how would you try to approach? What type of people would you be looking at to bring to your tiger farm? If you had tigers. If you had alligators, what kind of people would you be looking at to bring to your alligator farm? That's how you want to kind of come into this thing. Like, I love my grandmother, but I mean, I'm not just going to try to go out there and be like, oh my God, grandma, I love you so much that I built a store because of you. You got to think what people love about their grandma. I love their cooking. Okay, well, let's look at cooking for audience. Go ahead.
So you asked, why did the wine picture work? Look at this. This is so stupid. January 24th. So who wants one of these? What a brilliant invention. The 24th. We're talking about 5 days, 6 days now. 44,000 likes, 130,000 shares, 45,000 comments. This is not sponsored. They put it on their page and people decided to go and just start talking about it and sharing it. Do you think these people like wine? Do you think the wine is a passion niche now?
Don't talk trash about my wine. I'll punch you in the mouth.
Yeah.
That's right.
So you're asking why it works, because there are just a cult following of wine connoisseurs, or people that just like the way wine makes them feel. That's it. So I'm going to move on before I make this the Rob show. And somebody said, whose ad account is this?
Glenn.
Glenn. All right, let's work on Glenn real quick. So Glenn's only spending $12 today, 16 bucks. Let's just get realistic here. So if you spend, like yesterday, $16, if you were a total magician and got something that was working right off the bat, you'd be able to make $16, 1-to-1 ratio. $32, 1-to-2 ratio. 1-to-3 ratio, again, I suck at math. Who knows? 55 bucks, right? 60 bucks. So we're not really going to get anywhere with this. I did look at this. If we just look at your ad set, you're doing the free plus shipping thing. If we click on edit, CPM's a little bit high. And most likely because you copied the exact audience that I'm already running to. My ad already has better social engagement. People already like it better. And that way you're losing the auctions versus me. You're only winning the auctions that... You need something right there? Okay. So you're losing those auctions, number one. 840,000 people here, 240 to 640 people. You have the ability to reach. That's the ability, okay? Placements, mobile, everything looks good here. The only thing is that I would highly suggest not copying the exact thing. I give you the exact thing, but it's probably a better idea to hit a certain part of this segment that I'm not hitting. Okay? Same thing with everybody else. What does it say? Can't see, need it bigger, please. Oh, hold on. Move this over here real quick. Sorry about that. Just need to be able to see your questions. Better? Should be better. Are we good? Alright, cool. So Glenn, you could follow exactly, but again, remember, if you followed exactly, that means 84 other people could have possibly followed exactly like it. Now you're facing against 84 other people in an auction times whoever else is out there targeting to the grand money. So it's just a good idea to take that. I would have came in here, got some suggestions, right? If it's telling you who to go after, then you pick that and get rid of some of these. That's all. That type of thing. Not a big deal. And yes, we are recording, okay? So this one looks good. What I want to do is go a little bit deeper here. And let's check this thing out real quick. Would you wear this? So I don't know if this is shown the right way, but I like to see a space here, okay? If I wrote this big long paragraph and there was no spaces, there was no nothing, it's really hard for the person to read. So that's why the space is important. It's so that it's clear. Would you wear this? Boom, space, easy on the eyes, grab yours here free. I would get rid of HTTPS, the semicolons, the slashes, no need for that. It'll hyperlink. And then I would also see if you can get rid of that grandma bracelet and just cut down love. Okay, so really would say giorgiojacobs.com product/love. And then I would do that twice. The link in here 2 times with 2 spaces. So here's a space. Comment yes if you love this. And then, are you tagging grandchildren are my everything, which is spelt wrong? You know, that doesn't help, but, you know, if you put that tag in there, I would highly suggest not to do that. They just click that and they go to your page, which that's not the point of this, this post here. If you've seen an old video, I did recommend that at the beginning, and it didn't work out that well. Like, it was just bringing people back to the page. Page was growing, but I want to make money. And that's what you should be focused on too, getting the click over to the page. Right now you have 56 likes, 26 comments, and 12 shares. This is a fantastic ratio. Look at it. So 56 likes, half of them took the time to comment. Half of those people took the time to share. There's nothing you can do about this except for let it run its course. You haven't spent that much money on it. That's it. Okay? So everything looks good there. Let's take a look at this. View content, I'm not really sure why we're using view content. I don't know what you're trying to sell here. Let's look at this real quick. There's 2 ads here. Amazing wall art. You need to keep your hands busy and mind free. These may not be art, but they are amazing. Tag your fidgety friends. So, okay, so let's just look at this thing. Okay, number 1, not really sure why this is on amazing wall art. Not a big deal if it was a general page, okay, but you know, if you're saying amazing wall art, I'm looking for wall art. Number 1, okay. Number 2, I would put a person here. I think we talked about this on Super Saturday, that you should have somebody with eyes looking at you, so they stop. This is the first thing they see, okay. Do you need to keep your hands busy and mind free? Yes, that is asking a question, but you know, I have a dirty mind. I'm thinking totally different things when you say that versus maybe a regular person that's like, no, I don't have to, versus another person that's like, yeah, and they're self-conscious about it. Like, all those things run into my head. You know what I mean? Like, I would never put that. On top of that, I really don't even know what the heck these things are. Is this something you just hold in your hand and you click on them and rub them? And I mean, it seems kind of weird, but I would say this probably would do a lot better if you had this product and you put the product in your hand and you actually made a little video of it. That's what's going to work. Rock bottom planet, man, I'd get rid of this again. The HTTPS, the www dot, way too long. Anti-stress cube, fidget cube. I would just maybe make this stress-free. You know, I want to be able to fit it on one line. These may not be art, but they are amazing. they don't really need to know that. That's like saying, you know, the Ferrari's really cool, but you can drive this Pinto. Like, they might not even like the Ferrari. Who cares? They might not know what a Pinto is. Like, that's irrelevant information that doesn't help them. It's supposed to be, when you're writing something, it's supposed to be feature, benefit. So, you know, let's just say that you were out buying a jacket and someone's trying to sell you a jacket and they're like, oh, this jacket is neon green. You said this jacket is neon green, but we also sell blue, red, and whatever. It's really supposed to be, this jacket's neon green, so then when you're walking at night, you don't get hit by a car. That's what it's supposed to be written like. Feature, benefit, feature, benefit. If not, it's not even worth writing. Okay, so I would just get rid of that line right here. And if you're really giving this away for free, it would just say, or I'm just assuming it's free, you know, grab this here free, or free today only, or, you know, 50% off today, whatever it is, so that it gets them to click the link. That's all you care about. On top of that, you have tag your fidgeting friends. A lot of people are self-conscious about stupid things that they do. They might bite their lip all the time. They might have like a nervous tick. Maybe they bite their fingernails all the time. Like, you got to think about those people, you know, so they're not going to tag their fidgety friend. It seems cool when you're writing it, but that's not what's happening here. So I would totally redo this whole ad. To me, this, you know, it's not gonna be a home run. Okay? And that's it. That's it for that. Okay? Let's just look at who you are even targeting for something like that. So you're going with a PP ad, view content, $5. Audience, you're going top 4, 25 to 34. Any reason why you you know, pick that age? You're also going with all men, women, chief information officer, CIO. So you're actually going with some people that actually have some money. Looks like high-end jobs that maybe they might be stressed out. These people are really looking for Xanax, Zoloft, things like that. They're not really looking for this thing to put in their hand. And on top of that, I don't know about you, but like usually when you have money, you don't really care about the free things because you already know nothing's ever free in this lifetime. So they would just go buy something at the mall, one of the high-end things that'll sit in the chair and massages them. You know what I mean? On top of that, it's a PPE ad. I mean, that thing should be really starting to crank and move. This is also seven days after clicking. I mean, I talk about 1 day. I've never talked about view content, so you're just not following directions on that one. Let's see what else you have here. $10 add to cart, so it's going to be the same thing. Angel, let's take a look at this Angel. So again, we have view content, not paying attention. This is a PPE ad. Again, not paying attention. Let's see here. 35 to 60 women. Billy Graham, yeah, that's cool, cool. Girlfriends of God, crosswalk, yeah, okay. Grief and loss recovery. I don't really like messing with these people. Like, you know, Jeremy's brother just passed away a year ago, coming up this month actually, and you know, he was only 35. I know his mom really well, and I wouldn't be messing with people that have a loss. You know, those are, you're going to see some crazy comments on the thing. You stir up people's emotions and stuff like that. I wouldn't be using grieving mothers and stuff like that. But totally up to you. IBelieve.com, that's a good one. All these evangelists are good, but I would target these evangelists by themselves, and then you see how there's like 2 million, and then actually talk to them. So, like, I don't know these people, but are you a follower of Luke, last name? Are you a follower of Mark, whatever? That way the ad's talking to them. Very general like this, you know, they may just have liked it or liked one of his audios or liked one of his quotes, and they're thrown into this group right here. Makes it really, really big. The websites are really good though. The .org, the .coms, the .net, associations are going to be good. Magazines are going to be good. Things like that. I say that this, for the angel painting, is way far off. You're looking for the people that probably believe in God but don't go to church. They believe in angels and afterlife and going to heaven, but they don't practice anything in the Bible. They can't quote anything in the Bible. Those type of people. Are you guys still with me? All right, cool. So he's serving to 1.4 million people that are not most likely going to take advantage of this. Also, again, we're stuck on the 7 days after clicking. Not really sure. I've been talking about 1 day the whole time. So, really not paying attention. You're asking, what the problem is. That's the problem. Let's look at what else is going on here. So, I noticed that your pixel, which I was looking at here, says that there's been 1,170 page views in the last 7 days, but if you come over here and look at devices, 958 of them have been from desktop. Not really sure why, because we talk about finding a winning product by using mobile first. So this would be the pattern. If you found something that's winning on mobile, then you move it to desktop. If you get it to win on desktop, then you move it to right-hand side. You get to win on right-hand side, and then you start doing Instagram. And that's a way you can start elevating and going to new audiences, find new people without having to find new interests and look for another product and all that stuff. Right here, this is very highly on desktop. I'm not sure why. Like if you look at my numbers, the desktop might be like 200 versus thousands and thousands to mobile. Okay? I'm sure all targeting mobile device. So, well, there's a problem here that you need to figure out. Why is it 958 times here? A lot of cool information in here. I don't know if you guys ever look at this stuff, but I'll show you the domains that the traffic is hitting, the URLs that they're hitting. You can see here 467 to the Grandma Love bracelet. So how many abandoned carts do you have? Let's go to this. So this logo right here is too big. I can already see where the logo is because it's not the same white. I don't know if you guys can see that. I can move it right here. Any way to crop this thing? Like just make it really small right here so that this header goes up. Okay. Sourcing direct from global manufacturers. I would get rid of that. Gone. This is a funky looking text. Kind of hurts the eyes. You have the crumbs here too. This drops it down also. If you're looking at mobile, this is going to be there too. And then you have a line and then another drop down. Love Grandma Infinity Bracelet. This is kind of hard to read. Get Mine Now. I talked about how the image with the cart has lower conversion than just regular Get Mine Now. Make this bold. Make it a little bit bigger. Hurry, only 15 left in stock. That's cool. This is real funky font right here for this. Again, hard to read on the eyes. Quantity, I talked about not having the quantity there. I mean, all we care is about that one sale, and you'll get the sales after. So, not sure why that quantity box is there. I talked also about getting rid of these things. So many people copied it. That conversion, it doesn't help conversions anymore. Get your Grandma Infinity Love Bracelet today. Click to buy it now. Again, this font is really funky. I'm not sure why this looks like AliExpress style to me, where they already see these things here. Why in the world would you put a picture here and one here and one here and one here? Look how long they have to scroll. By the time they're scrolling and looking, they're gone. See ya. They're out of here. This is where the next buy button should have been, but they're out. That's it. There's so many things that you need to fix with this page. Let's go to Get Mine Now. Oh, that was even worse. Did you just see that? So if we could slow this down, right now you are skipping the cart, but I want to show you that pop-up. So on most mobile phones, right, they can't handle JavaScript or sometimes whatever script is using back there, which is I think Ajax for all the coding people back there. But you can see it. It was popping up. That's not page. You need to get them to the next step, which would be page. You are skipping it, but I guarantee that that's getting stuck on some of the mobile stuff. Let me see what some of your comments are here so I don't miss it.
Hello?
Stressfully okay. Do you ever use iSecure links in your ads? Right now, I don't use iSecure links only because of pure laziness. I'm just trying to get as fast as I can, put up as many items as I can. I don't know if you guys noticed, but where is it? Where's my ad account? Here's one that I've been working on today and last night after the call. So these are the grandma shirts that I put up, and this was just last night. So that's let's see. That's 15 different ad sets, 15 different shirts that I loaded up and did last night. Not only did I put them on the fan page, because I went and looked up all the different things for them and then put them on and got them here. So that's 15 right there. And then today, in between answering some of your questions and doing other stuff I had to do, I launched all the canvases. So Mermaid, Day of the Dead, Butterfly, the Wine Caddy, Wine 3-piece, Angel, Biker, White Tiger, Spirit One, Jesus, a flag, a wave, a dolphin, a Buddha, a sugar skull, and I was just launching an anklet on top of that before this call, and I looked up, I was like, oh shoot, it's 7 o'clock already. So you asked, like, how many do I launch? Like, I'm doing exactly what I'm telling you to do. Look at, add to cart, $10. Well, I'm doing on 25. I have a bigger budget than you guys, but purchase $25. So each one of these has 2 inside of it. I'm not waiting to see if it's gonna go. I know that they're gonna go. If they don't, I'm gonna cut them. Like, here's 2 versions of the butterfly, so there's 2 add to carts. Here's 2 purchase. I'm just hitting different segments. I got 4 clicks. CPMs are around $10. Not a big deal. CPCs. I'm doing exactly what I'm telling you guys to do. Like, there's no rocket science. I'm not hiding anything. I told you guys to follow the 2 pages. You can see exactly what I'm putting up on the 2 pages. So I think you just need to follow directions. Who else gave me something? I think Dawn was the other one. Dawn Marie. You're the next one on The Price is Right. So I'm gonna move this over here. That way I can copy my columns. Get rid of this. Why didn't it go to your thing? See, that's what I mean. Yesterday, Dawn, I can't see anything. It's just blank.
Can you just send some screenshots, Dawn, so we can get over this instead of trying to figure it out? Would you destroy my account?
It doesn't say why we don't have the permission to see it. Who else gave us permission?
Maybe she can give us admin?
Maybe. That's it, actually. That's all I see. I did get the email that you accepted my permission.
Yeah, it's probably just not admin.
Can you just try it one more time? How about that? Thought wall art was a longer buy-in cycle. It is a longer buy-in cycle. I mean, Rob has asked me 50 times if I'm going to keep the wine picture going, and I keep saying yes, 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 and today it finally popped a sale. You guys would have quit that thing a long time ago. Font definitely hurts, Jeff M.
Oh, yeah. Especially if you're bolding it.
Yeah, that font was funky. No, look at it. Look at the font.
Oh, I seen it on the description. Yes.
Everywhere. Here, here, all that. It's not easy on the eyes.
Especially on mobile. I mean, we're spreading it over desktop. Look at that. It looks like a tattoo on an 80-year-old.
Come on, guys! You got to be as tough as woodpecker lips. You can laugh a little bit.
Greg on the call, woodpecker lips.
I did get the email. Okay, what is your ad account limit? Rob, what is your credit card number? Okay, 1 minute. Yeah. Where do we go to give you permission in admin?
What's that? I just approved Calm Passions. Who's that?
I don't know. How do we get a page when a customer... I hate the stupid live chat button over here. I can't see. No, it's live chat if we have a problem with the webinar thing. How do we get page when a customer click add to cart instead of pop-up? Does that work only on ThemeX? I'm pretty sure it works on any theme. So in your theme, when you go to customize, left-hand side, you'll see something that says cart page or cart. You click on that, and inside it lets you pick usually 3 options. You just got to click it to page. Haha, LOLs, LOLs. Okay. When do you start retargeting the wallet as people need to see it often? Layla, were you here on Saturday? I mean, we set up retargeting, and that's a set it and forget it. That means you do it one time, and never again do you have to look back at it. That's it. So when do you start retargeting? Since Saturday. You should retarget right now. Instant. As soon as you start driving traffic. Peck away, man. Peck away. I'm listening.
Pekka. All right, Dawn Marie's all set.
Dr. Chris is doing surgery on these campaigns. Rashida. Oh, Dawn Marie's? All right, let's check it out. Let's refresh.
There it is.
Are you psychic?
Oh,
sweet.
See, I am. I'm ESPN.
He's got ESPN. All right. Ooh, fancy. Well,
I take it.
We're looking at what do you call it? Pounds here. Oh, pounds.
Fancy, huh?
Fancy, fancy.
Yes, Layla, the DPA ads.
And if you have shoelace, you'd be retargeting as well. So, right off the bat. What is going on here? There we go.
Got 2 sales today from DPA ads. Good job, Lars.
Yeah, that's what's up. See, I told you they were gonna work. They will work. Link clicks.
This is kind of like, it's like riding a bike, guys. I mean, if you fall, you don't just throw the bike in the dumpster and say, to hell with this shit, I'm never gonna ride a bike again. You get back on it, you ride it again. I mean, that's it. I mean, I used to use this analogy all the time. If you ask yourself, if you have kids, how long would I give my child to learn to walk before I just give up on them? I mean, the answer is never. You never give up. So it's the same thing with this. You just got to have that thick skin, like Chris said, woodpecker lips.
Cost per purchase. Amount. Sorry guys, this is the annoying part is I can't see the things that you save on your side, so I gotta do this in one time, that's it.
Well, Rashida, you know the beautiful thing is, until you figure it out, this is like one of the best countries in the world, especially now that we have Donald Trump, who's like the most evasive person with bill collecting. So Rashida said, I won't give up, just need Visa to hang in there with me. Well, for some of you guys on this call, you have that on your side, right? You can apply for a Visa card, a Chase Visa card, and you know what? If you get in trouble and you get close to that limit and your store still hasn't popped off any sales and made you money, well, the United States is amazing because there are other credit card companies, right, that compete with one another. So you can actually go to Citibank and you can get another card. It's amazing. And some of these companies will give you multiple cards, like Capital One. Chris was laughing because he's like, how the hell do we have 3 different Capital One cards? It's like, I don't know. We just apply for them and they give them to us. So you guys, you have that ability. It's called leveraging someone else's money, right? Chris told you how we started. We leveraged someone else's money in the sense of a credit card. Well, it's not real money. And I think that's why Chris says that. You know, it's not real money for him because it's just a card. And at the end of the day, we run into trouble. Well, You have a minimum payment. You pay the minimum payment until you can afford to get out of trouble. And I can't tell you how many times we had to do that. You know, like he's a risk taker. So sometimes, you know, I shit my pants when I look at the ad accounts and I see we spent $2,000 and the store only brought in $1,800. I'm like, you talk about times 2, times 3. Well, what about times -1.5? Is that possible? It is possible, but it's called momentum. You need the momentum on your side, and sometimes you got to put money out to get money in.
She just said put crack on babies' names.
Yo, Rashida, you are gangster.
You know, it's funny. Growing up, maybe when I was like 20, 22, 23, I used to hang around with this kid, Nick, and man, he would do it to his daughter's name all the time. He'd put his electric in his daughter's name, his gas, whatever. That was crazy. That brought back some memories.
Oh, there goes Rashida being a New Yorker. Everything.
Everything. Everything? Yeah, everything.
Oh, that's awesome. Everything.
Let's see what we got going on here. DJ Laser. Is that subliminal messages, DJ Laser? Oh, actually, let me.
She said don't look at that one because that was before we taught her what we've taught her.
All right, cool. What am I looking at?
Anything but.
Oh, all right.
She said, Chris, the top DJ ad is before Super Saturday.
Okay, cool. So, I mean, there's a lot of things not working on here. That's for sure. Last 30 days.
Are you guys starting to see like how he can just look at it and at the blink of an eye he can make that determination how things are working and not working? Can you guys start to see the picture now? It's not always about sales.
Oh, this might be part of that DJ thing. All right. Add it to basket. Original DJ. Well, everything really says DJ. Let's look at what's active. How about that? This still says DJ. Oh, nurses. How about this one? Well, desktop only. Wine lovers. Where's the mobile one? Let's look at mobile. Add to cart. Cool. All right. 5 GBP. Not really sure what that is in American dollars, but can't be that far off, right? 25 to 54, female, medical surgeon. Oh, let's take a look at this thing. Holy beep. Let's see. Allnurses.com. Georgia Nurses Association. Associations are good. I'm your nurse, not your waitress. All right, I like it. All right, so what do you have in here? This is 1.1 million. Not that bad. Close this down. Automatic, mobile only. 7-day click. You guys are a lover of the 7-day click. You really just don't get why you don't put 28. I don't. That doesn't make any sense to me. But ads cart. I mean, this looks okay. Let's see what we're trying to sell though. Once a nurse, always a nurse. I like that, and I like the picture. I like that. Would you wear this? Grab yours here free. Again, I would get rid of all this www.https, all that stuff in front of it. Just start right here. Product, nurse love, good to go. And I would add this 2 times in there. Comment yes if you love this. I would change this to comment yes if you want this. Okay, and there's only 8 likes, 2 comments, 1 share so far. Looks cool. Did you make this in GIF Maker? Okay, cool. So here's a little tip. When you make it in GIF Maker, you want to go back and add these pictures multiple times. That way it keeps going through. See, like right now it's only 3 seconds. But if you added the same pictures over and over and over again, it will extend the video, you know, 10 seconds, 15, 20, whatever. And that way they get to see it. Like, I couldn't even tell you what the first color was, and I've clicked on this 3 times. It was blue. So it goes by really quick. So think about the audience that you're going after. They're distracted, maybe they're at work, in between patients, whatever. they need a chance to be able to see this multiple times. Okay. I notice a lot of people aren't using the URL parameters, the UTM tags. I think that's really important to find out, you know, eventually what makes you the sales and where it comes from. So you know what ads to kill, what ads not to kill. Let's go here though. I would love to see this here live. So I don't know if it's gonna let me because I don't have access to the fan page, but let's see. Yeah, it did. All right. All right, so this is a really good, what do you call it? Like example of why I'm telling you to get rid of this. Do you see, like Facebook started to do this new thing where they do the dot dot dot? So your link is not really here. Like let's say they wanted to copy this and take it somewhere or be able to get there. They really can't because it's trying to shorten your link. Okay? This, I'm assuming that you either named the video or you gave it another title when you uploaded that video, and that's why that's sitting there now too. So it's actually pushing that down a little bit farther. So on mobile, just think about it, it's pushed down a little bit. This link should be in here 2 times and shorter. Okay, I need it in navy. We'll definitely look into that. Okay, cool. Well, at least you're responding back. Suzanne Shook. Let's take a look at Suzanne Shook's page, okay? She's kind of savvy Facebook person because now you can't see her likes, but you can come in here and you can see what type of TV shows she watches. TV shows, reviews, Untouchable Beach Club, none of this stuff will help you. So let's just get out of there, okay? But the ad looks good, everything looks good. Just link, I don't like the link because it gets cut like that. And let's just go look at your targeting real quick though. How long has this ad been running? Do you put the tag in every ad, UTM tag in every ad? I thought that was just the main DPA. I use UTM tags in every single one. Alright, let's look here. Registered nurse, RN nurse, academy, medical surgical nurses. Okay. Advanced nurses, advanced practice, registered nurse, all heart nurses. I want to see this real quick. Allnurses.com. Trending nursing topics. Alright, let's go to Facebook real quick. If you typed in nurses, and then we go to pages, we'll start to see top pages. So nurses rock. I would love to see if you have nurses rock in there. Oh. This looks to be in alphabetical order. Nurses.com. Nurses Connect. Let me see if this will let me put it in there. Sometimes I don't have the permission to change anything, but let's see. See that? Nurses Rock? I would definitely start targeting them. Let's take a look at the page and see why, okay? Allnurses.com. There's 743,000 likes on here. Let's just see what type of engagement they get. You can look on photos. Alright, so number 21. I keep catching myself discussing various bodily functions at the dinner table, forgetting that this grosses out non-nurse. That's 3,000 likes right now and 218 comments. These are cool little things right here. I don't know if you guys ever seen this, but I'm going to show you something cool. Right? Most likely they have a ton of stuff on here. 431, 1000, 968, 1200, 3600. Nurses is a super competitive niche, and we need to be able to kind of build a community behind it, right? So we're going to do something really fast. I'm going to drop this down a little bit right here so you can see this. And I'm trying to remember the name of this thing. Yeah, so let me see. How do I find out the name of this thing? Manage extensions. All right. Down album. If you guys do, well, I'll just do a quick Google search for you guys.
Actually, if they go on Google Chrome and go right to extensions, they'll find it from there, right?
Yeah, they should.
Yeah, you can look it up.
I don't know why this is taking so long, but this should be the link. Okay. If not, you could do a quick search for it. Yeah, here it goes. It's just coming up a little bit slow. Okay. And you're going to add it to Chrome. Now we're going to be a little bit gangster. And you see how they have their album here? We're going to come in here and we're going to rip all these pictures. Basically, large album optimize, use new layout. Make sure these are checked off. And then we're going to hit normal. And we're going to hit OK. This is going to start ripping all these pictures right off this page. So who knows how long this thing's been running or whatever. Basically, when you do this, okay, I'm just going to close it out. But on a Mac, you would hit Command S. On Windows, you would hit Control S. And it's going to save. It's going to ask you to save the page. So you save the page. When you save it, inside the folder of images, it's going to have every single one of these images. Then you're going to go to FP traffic, and whatever, I think might be $5 or $10 a month, not really sure. You'll be able to drop those images in here, and it'll start posting away, kind of like we're doing on here right now. The other day, you know, when I was teaching you guys, I was just telling you, I was like, oh, you haven't got around to it. I was just lazy. But, man, checklists are off in my head. When I say that, it's not because I'm lazy. It's because I'm really busy. Like, I just use lazy as a whatever term type thing, right? So I went in there and I did 250. So it's already done all the way until April. And you can see here that it's set up to just hit like and share, visit, and then the collection to the page. So it's reached 43 people that probably just posted, right? 27 minutes ago. Here's one, reached 252 people, 8 likes. You know, this is a brand new page. 8 others liking it. Here we go, 16. And it's posting every 2 hours. These people are going to get used to seeing this every 2 hours. And then they're going to get trained to like and share. That way when you put something on your page, as soon as it comes up, they like and share. Okay, so 13 shares, 16 likes, you know, they almost 100% follow direction. This is one of the shirts I put up, and it's only from the FP traffic. I didn't even link to that specific shirt. I went to one of my old pages and ripped our photos from it and posted it on here. Okay,
that shirt's already got 3 sales, by the way.
Well, there you go. You heard the update right there. 3 sales for that, and we're not running ads to that one yet. Right here, like and share. Well, actually, I'm never going to run ads to this thing because it just says like and share, so I'm not going to run it to this. But like and share, grandchildren, how the flowers are alive, blah, blah, look, 12. So the people are just getting used to sharing things. Here's 25. Here's one an ad is running to. You know, the same people probably, you know, liked it and shared it, gave me a good boost from the beginning. These are all the things that I posted last night. And I think a little bit right before that is when I finished doing all those images. So let's just see. I'm going to scroll down. There we go. So here, 23 others. I love my grandkids. They're going to start talking to each other in this community. And that's what's going to happen. You can see here, beautiful, still in love after all these years. And it just says like and share. That's it. It's going to get a bunch of traffic. So in your communities, the nurses or things like that, you should find other big pages go and rip down their the memes and stuff like that and just put them up. Do you have to manually add, like, and share? Yes, you do. On each picture, I just pretty much copy and paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. Let me just show you. Screw
One
it.
time.
I think it took me like 1 or 2 hours while Jeremy was sitting here. I finished one whole page and then I did another page. So let's look at it. I don't even know what the heck the page is. Where's the page? That's on the page. Here we go. Schedule posts. So basically, I just come in here and I don't do anything fancy. See this? I read it one time and I copy and paste. And then I go here and I copy and paste. And then I go here and I copy and paste. Sometimes I'm too quick that I beat the thing. Like, I'll have 3 of these up and starting my 4th one, as you can see right there. Just copy and paste and that's it. Then I set it to run every 2 hours. So you're going to see all of these are ready to go and posted. And if I were to scroll down, this is ready to go to March 15th on this page. Okay? So that's what I would do about this nursing one. And then I would also go back to, as you can see, it's still downloading. You can see it on this tab right here. It has 842 pictures out of 1,400 pictures that's going to grab. But what page are we on here? Oh, I think I actually was on this page. I'm going to leave that because then I'll Dropbox the images over to you. But, you know, if you type in nurses here and then you go back to pages, you'll be able to see some cool pages right here that you'll be able to target. You know, just look for them, type in the name in there, and try to get them going. But I would go after these communities first instead of just straight nursing associations and things like that you have in here. See? These this audience is so competitive that I would break down associations by itself, the magazines by themselves. I would do the regular nurses by themselves and the emergency nurses by themselves, triage nurses and things like that. The ones that are like separate for like Ohio, Oregon, things like that, I would lump them all together. And that's pretty much how I would attack the nurses one. What else? Do you include posts which have name of other pages? Yeah, I don't even care if they have their other pages on it. I have tons of pictures from grandparents.com and all types of stuff. I just put them up. Chris, would you do like and share the, what the heck is that? Chris, would you do like and share the Super Bowl team's fan page if it started to get up to 1,000 likes, then post ad? Huh? Chris, would you do like and share the Super Bowl team's fan page if just starting it to get up to 1,000 likes? No, like, I mean, you could do that, but what are you gonna do? Like and share who's gonna win, Atlanta versus Patriots or whatever? Like, to me, like that, it could go, but who knows? I mean,
the game could also be over by that time.
Mm-hmm. Can you look at DJ's ad, please? Yeah, let's look at him. All right, DJ right here. So we got purchase, got some flex targeting, 935. Okay, boom. All right, these are real DJs. All right. I didn't know what the DJ was. What did it say?
Holy shit, I just sold a wall out.
No, Glenn, we just bought that. we just did that to get your hopes up. Glenn, do you see, like, someone asked me why we do free plus shipping, so you felt the holy shit just from selling a wall art. Imagine the holy shit you feel where you're selling 20, 30, 100, 200 free plus shipping items, and then on top of that you're getting wall art sales and t-shirt sales. Like, it is an incredible feeling, and that's the feeling you need to harness when you think that this isn't going to work, or you're not doing the right way, or you're just not being patient enough. Imagine if we weren't on these calls, most of the people would be shutting off their ads already or not seeing that it works. So everybody give Glenn a good congratulations.
Glenn just friggin' hit the deck. He's passed out right now. He fell off his chair.
Glenn's like, oh, hell no.
I got a sale.
He's like, I gotta check this.
Man down. He's calling the customer.
Uh-huh. Is this for real? Are you sure that you want this? I'm a brand new website. I just want to make sure.
Hey, this is Glenn, the owner of Glamorous Sales. I'm just calling you because you just bought a no wall art.
Glenn, Rob, I feel like if I ever invited you to my house, like I live in a 6,000 square foot house, right? But if you were my friend, you'd probably come to the living room, maybe you'd be in the office, but I feel like you'd be like, what does your bathroom look like? When did you get your toilet? How long has it been installed?
How many
Like,
flushes?
it doesn't even matter. I mean, I'm cool and I'll show you, but does it matter what Lot 33 did today? Where is that thing?
Well, show both sides of the spectrum then. You really want to shit. 1593.94. But
What the hell? Where's the thing? Here we go. So 1593, 128, 162 of them are grandma bracelets, 5 cool grandma shirts, 1 moon and back.
I'm actually glad
If we go here, we go to dashboards, we can go to reports, to product, to the date, today. That way you can see the breakdown. There's 5 here. Look at Eagle Motorcycle 1. I just put that up. It just sold. Wine Lovers 1. Moon and Back. These are all new ones. Grandma in Love, new ones. All from last night. This is all last night work.
So I just want to ask you guys a question, right? Because you guys wanted to see it, so put it back. I want to ask you guys a question. Go back to the dashboard real quick.
Okay.
So what do you guys see right here? Besides the fact that $1,593, which is dog shit, right? But what do you guys see happening in this store right now? Let's see what you guys know. Magic, yeah, you're absolutely right, magic. Vivian hit the nail on the head. Volume of visitors, right? So you can see that the scale is tipped. There's 4,308 unique visitors, but only $1,500 is coming to the store. Can anybody tell me why? Let's see how many people are really paying attention. Why is that happening right now? Momentum, lots of traffic, customers. What was the ad spend? Good question, John. What was the ad spend? Because I know we're spending a ridiculous amount of money right now.
Yeah.
Right there. There you go. So remember when I said we talk about the 1 and 2 ratio, we talk about 1 and 3 ratio, and then what about the negative 1.5 ratio? Well, check that out. The store's done $1,500 today, but it spent $1,306. So if we were at your normal Keystone at 50%, that means we've spent $750 today in inventory plus $1,300. So we spent $2,000 to make $1,500. But now, if you look at all the shit we're testing, we look at all the traffic we're getting, the scale is gonna tip. And when the scale tips, it's going to be a holy shit. Just like Glenn just had happen. Glenn's still on the floor, by the way, because I haven't seen him type anything in since he said holy shit. But our holy shit is not going to be, oh my God, we just had a wall art sale. It's going to be, oh my God, we just did $10,000 today. That's going to be the difference. So we're putting money up right now to get money back. Not too many people on this call right now could fathom the thought of their store doing $1,500 but spending $1,300 in ad set. In ad spend. You guys follow? Follow, I wouldn't.
So now that Jeremy burst your bubble, let's talk about what really happens, because this happens because of me. On this side, right, could I put up 1 or 2 ads, wait 3 days, see if it's going to work, cut those 2 ads, put up 2 more. By the time the end of the month comes, I'll only have 20 ads up because it's really 10 3-day segments in there, right? 20 ads. Out of the 20 ads, we might find 2 winners. That will take me a whole nother month to be able to start scaling those up because it took me a month to find them. Here, as long as we're at 1-to-1 ratio or sometimes a little bit under, which right now we are a little bit under, I pretty much just spent $500 of our money to buy data. That's what I think that you guys don't understand here. Not only did I buy impressions, That's what I'm purchasing from Facebook. First, Facebook in return gave me eyeballs. Those eyeballs turned into link clicks. It's 2,532 track link clicks, but you can see that here, the real click volume to the store is 4,500 today. Okay, 4,300 unique. You can see that as the day comes, at nighttime, it's good. It comes down during the slow hours, and it'll start doing the curve. And then boom, it dips down and goes up. And here, the rest of the day, it's going to go up until it runs out of budget, which is, you can see right here. Here's the curve again. I'm testing. Boom, here's the curve again. And then it runs out of budget because it's optimizing for 12 midnight. Yesterday was 5,000 people, right? So I talk about beating those numbers every single day. That's 1593 yesterday. In this hour, by the time we finish this call, we'll be over that. We'll probably do a $2,000 day right here. If we look at the 7 days over here, if we looked at total ad spend, and I told you, and Jeremy's told you too, that we're starting from ground one from this store right here. New pixel, new fan pages, the products, teaching you guys from the beginning where you guys are in this stage. And this is what happens. Boom, a little bit, you got to cut the ads, and then you put up new ads. Here we go, traffic goes down a little bit, comes back up. That's the reality of a real business. I could show you the other stores where, let's see, right here, I could just show you that, I needed to go to last month. Last month, without barely looking at this thing, it did 113,000. Here's the traffic. This is what happens. With traffic comes sales, okay? We're not showing you this store because this store has already been up and running. It started in December, but let's see what it did in December. Middle of December, because we were pretty much on vacay trying to get our accounts back. It only did 36,000. So imagine that, 36,000. It jumped to whatever it was, 113. And from here, we'll bring this thing to 200,000 this month, probably even more. Okay, on this store, you guys have been seeing it this week, and you'll see that the last 30 days, it's done nothing. Like, it was just sitting here. Like, we were going to try a little bit, then, things came up, then we had the course, all that stuff, and here we go. This is what you really see, okay? And this is what you see in the spike in traffic. You guys are going to see this store probably hit 100,000 inside the next 30 days, maybe even more, because I'm being a little bit more aggressive. Okay, that's the real deal. That's what you're going to see in real business. You're not going to see a trademark product that maybe cost $5 to get, and they're selling for $25 or $50, and it's part of a movie, and the movie just came out, and all of a sudden it's going viral, and all of a sudden they're posting pictures. I did 50,000 today, 60,000, and then poof, they're gone. Bye-bye. I don't know if you guys know, but the dude that was maybe around, I guess, October, I don't really know his name, I'm not going to name drop him, who knows if he'll see this thing or whatever, but he was selling, the fuck was the name of it? Dragon Ball Z jacket, but he kept posting. He's like, "Oh my God, I've cracked the code! 16,000 today, 32,000 today, 40,000 today." There you go, Rob. You already know him. Yeah, you could do that, but how long are you gonna do that? And now I don't see him anywhere. I don't see him showing all the screenshots or any stuff like that, in and out. So the stuff that he was doing was working for that. Got a momentum. He's the first one to put out a jacket. I see that jacket all over the place now. I see it, with the Cowboys on it. I see it with Superman on it, all types of stuff. It was just the first one to come out with that. Try to do it with the same products over and over again, or brand new products. Like, there has to be a system in place to do that. And what you're learning is, no matter what, doesn't matter what phase we go through, nothing, you'll be able to do this consistently over and over. Looking at the numbers, seeing the numbers, how to read the data, what to keep, what not to keep, how long to keep it running. Have the faith that, hey, yeah, if you show it to enough people, they are going to start buying the wall art. They are going to start buying the lion one, the tiger one, whatever you put out there, as long as you target semi-decent. Not even like the best targeter on the planet, semi-decent.
I just want to say one thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, guys, Chris gave away a huge. He actually opened up on Super Saturday with an incredibly huge golden nugget, and I think it kind of went over a lot of people's heads. I really do. Even guys that are doing 200,000 a month right now, they're like, how do I scale? Well, he gave the golden nugget out, and he's actually given it out every single day since. And I think it's gone over a lot of people's heads here, and that we don't look at how much our store brings in. To us, that means shit. I'm going to repeat myself. We don't sit here and look at what our store brings in for gross sales. What we look at is only one thing, and he said that on Saturday, he said it again on Monday, and he said it again yesterday. Visitors. We look at traffic because we know with the huge flow of traffic, we can control what they see and ultimately what they buy. So right now, you guys must be looking at this like, oh my God, they spent $1,500, $1,300, and they only made $1,500. That's one way to look at it. The other way to look at it is to say we spent $1,350, but brought in 33 or 4,350 visitors at 31 cents a visitor. How much would you pay for a visitor? 31 cents a visitor to me is rock star. I mean, if you're paying 31 cents for a visitor, you have cracked the code. So at the end of the day, that's really what you have to be looking at is instead of looking at your store's gross earnings for the day, look at your visitor column and push yourselves to get more and more and more visitors into your store because Chris said it. He doesn't give two shits about anything but eyeballs. That's all he cares about, eyeballs. The more eyeballs see the store, the more money is going to come in the store. So it's all in what what you're looking at, what you're basically manifesting in your own minds. If you look at the money, 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 you're never going to get enough of it, ever. Does that make sense, guys? So visitors, 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 visitors. That should be your goal. That should be your everything. Visitors. Like look at right now. There's 43 people on the site. There were days where he and I were screenshotting each other back and forth. This is right now, this second. 1,600 visitors on the site right now. 1,200 visitors on the site right now. Those are the numbers we want to see. I don't give a shit if that 1,200 visitors means we just had a $3,000 hour, $5,000 hour. Does that excite us? Of course it does. But it's going to excite us more to see 1,200, 600, 800 visitors, 500 visitors right now. That's what's going to excite us more. You guys follow?
What does a screenshot come up as when you do a screenshot on? It says screenshot 2016. How come that doesn't show?
November. Just do screenshot 2016-0-11.
Oh, where'd you guys go? I lost you guys.
They're behind that screen.
No, right here.
Oh, all right.
Yes, hell yeah, okay, All right. Hey, I want to try to look for something, so just give me
yeah, I'm gonna look through these
2 minutes.
I'll look through the question. If there are 4 of my stores that anytime during the day I will send you a free beer. Bobble, man, your numbers are just way too small. You gotta start thinking big. The most I've ever had at my store at one was 3 people. LOL. Well, I'm gonna give you guys the answer, and you're probably not gonna like it, but the real way to get the visitors, as you guys just seen, you gotta have ads. You have to have ads, which means you have to be spending money. You know, the old adage that you cannot make money unless you spend money. Dude, guys, that's true. I mean, it doesn't matter what business you're in. If you own a Dunkin' Donuts, and I'm going to actually tell you guys, I'm so glad I hit that. It doesn't matter if you own a Dunkin' Donuts, a Walmart, a Burger King, or if you own a Shopify store. None of that shit matters, right? What they're looking at is you have to spend money to make money. And we were doing days, and there we go. We were doing days that were bigger than Walmart days. We were comparing ourselves at first to Dunkin' Donuts because I know a couple of people that own Dunkin' Donuts, and their days consist of like $3,000 to $5,000. If they're like a super duper store, they're in a mall, their day may consist of $6,000 to $7,000. If they're like a rock star store, I mean, they're in like a stadium that sits 50, 60,000 people, and they're doing concerts every day and football and basketball, they might be doing $10,000 days. We were comparing our store to those types of stores. Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, doing $3,000 to $5,000 to $10,000 days. We actually seen a $67,000 day. Who the hell do you compare yourself to at that point? A car dealership? I mean, who do you compare yourself to? We went from comparing ourselves to Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks to Walmarts to Targets to Home Depots and Lowe's to finally comparing ourselves and our stores' numbers to car dealerships. It was that crazy. So you need to be able to kind of set the tone in your own mind of what is real. And sometimes what you think is real, you have no clue how far and fast you can push that number. No clue. And look at these screenshots. You get it? Chris found them. And look at the ad spends. Put them up too. Maxing out ad accounts at $5,000. How many ads do you recommend aiming to put up every single day? Dawn, that depends on your budget, but I'm going to say, there are days where Chris is launching 300 ads, 350 ads. I can't even imagine what he did yesterday for ads, probably close to that number, right? Last night, probably 300 ads. So 300 ads. So he probably aims for that number every day, between 250 and 350 ads a day, and I'll tell you right now, he said it yesterday, he's his biggest advocate when it comes to like letdowns. If there's a day that Chris doesn't get 300 ads or 250 ads up, he takes it hard. Like, he won't go to bed, he won't go to sleep, or he'll go upstairs, but then he'll come back down. Like, he's his hardest critic. So that's our numbers. But you guys got to look at your numbers, and you got to figure what is, your budget. What can your budget hold? Your budget may not be able to hold putting up 300 ads at $5 an ad. I mean, he just launched a shit ton of ads at $25 an ad. I'm pretty close to 100 ads, I'm sure, right? At $25 an ad?
About that.
So that's $2,500. So, you got to kind of look at your budget and determine what can your budget handle, but push it to the limit. I don't know if the person's going to say who they are, but I talked to somebody on this call on Monday. And I told that person, because that person asked me, what do I have to do in order to be successful? And I said, you're probably not going to want to hear the answer to this question. But if you really want to know what you have to do to be successful, you have to put yourself in a position where success is your only option. If you have a car, sell the car. If you sell your car so you can't go on a damn job interview. Sell your clothes so you can't dress for a job interview. Do whatever you have to do. Put yourself in a corner, right? That's how you make sure you succeed, because you have no other option. When you have a cushy job that you can go to and get a paycheck, success is not too high on your totem pole, because worst case scenario, you have something to fall back on, right? So you have to put yourself in that rock bottom position in order to know that you cannot go any lower. There's only one way to go, and that's up. That's the only way you're going to succeed, because if not, there's so many other excuses lining you up, like, oh, I got a doctor's appointment today. Oh, man, I got a hangnail. I got to pick that. Oh, man, my monitor's not working. Let me fix it. Oh, my car needs an oil change. Let me go do that. All these other excuses become bigger than your dreams. So that's why I told this gentleman I spoke to, if you sell your car, you can't go to a job interview. If you sell your clothes, you could take a bus, but now you can't go because you don't have no clothes to wear. You have to put yourself in that mindset, in that position. And I know we talk a lot about mindset, guys, but it really is all between your ears. Go ahead, show those screenshots to tell them what the hell we're showing.
I got rid of them all. I asked them.
Oh, you just put them up just real quick to see? All right, that's
well, cool. I didn't know how long you were gonna roll, but I'm sure you guys seen them. Like, That's not 540 people, you know, a day. That's 540 people that minute. You know, as you can see, this is live. There's 28 people on the site right this second. So some of those shots that you've seen, you know, we took screenshots. We were excited. You know, we always wanted to do $1 million month, and we did it. Like, you know, and you see in other screenshots, it was like 1.4 million or whatever. But now we've done that in multiple stores. Like, we were just trying to do $1 million in 1 year in one store before. Once we crossed $1 million in like 7 months, I think it was, and there's a post on my page and maybe even the group about it. Like, that's like craziness. But it didn't start out like that. It has to start out with the snowball effect. Imagine us seeing those numbers already. It kills me inside to not be doing $40, $50, $60,000 in a day. But I know that I can't throw $10,000 at it and force it to do that, because Facebook's an opportunist. They're just going to take my money. They're not going to give me the traffic that I need. So yeah, I think some of those screenshots we were passing back and forth between us, you know, showed net profits of 13,000 that day. 13,000 in a day.
Net.
Yeah, net. After you seen there was Shopify, the bills, all that stuff, net.
The highest we did in a day net was 27,300 net.
There you go. They heard it from the numbers guy. So, you know, I want to see those numbers again too. So when you ask me like, well, what does it take to scale? I can't even rush to hurry up and scale. Like, I can be aggressive and put up all these ads at $25 and you guys do them at $5 and things like that. But I still got to go through the same thing that you guys do. On top of that, I'm even competing with you guys because I give you guys the stuff that we're doing. You know what I mean?
Lynn, great question. Lynn says, can you talk a little bit about once you get customers, what is your next step to get these customers to buy more? So Lynn, I talked about this on Super Saturday where I went over the live phone calls, right, and implementing that into your own stores. And, you know, having the ability to have products to cross-sell. Like, I'll give you guys an example, right? With the grandma niche, and I know we always go back to this, but I mean, like Chris said on Super Saturday, you know, that's one of the fastest growing niches, right? There are millions of grandmas being introduced into the grandma niche every single day. Not only that, but people who already are grandmas are having new additions every single day, right? Because people are popping out babies left and right. I don't know the stat, but I know every minute there's so many babies born. So the reality is that's such a huge niche, and that's why we talk about it, and that's how we've made our millions is on the grandma niche. That's how we started off. So for us, that's always going to be something that's going to be held, you know, close to the heart. If you look at that niche, there's so much opportunity for cross-selling and upselling. And like I said, dug a little bit into it on the phone on Super Saturday, but just imagine an average grandmother has 2 or 3 grandchildren. If you had something that could cater to the grandparent, but then after catering to the grandparent, you had something that would kind of stroke that emotional string, like Chris says, and have stuff catering to the grandchildren. Well, if you got the grandmother on the phone that's excited enough about being a grandmother to buy a product from your store, how do you think they would feel knowing that you could sell them a product for their grandchildren? Like, I know my mother-in-law, like my kids are like high on a totem pole for her. No matter what my kids do, they could never do any wrong in her eyes. So if she were to see something that she loved and wanted to wear to prove to my kids that they're her number one, if I were to call her and say, hey, by the way, I know you love your grandkids so much so that you bought a shirt that says you love them, how about getting them something to show their love for you? That's a great cross-sell, right? Being able to sell the grandkids stuff. And the grandmother's going to buy it because they're baby boomers and have the money to buy it. So that's how you engage those people. And you could do it either over the phone or by email. And when you look at what gives you the best opportunity, you're always going to get the better opportunity over the phone than you do over email. That makes sense, guys?
Hey, that Dropbox link is going to have your nurses memes or whatever in a couple minutes. Okay? They'll be in that folder. Alright, compassions. Let's go into this one real quick. Whose account is that? You're welcome, Dawn. Hey, is Bree on the call today? Or Napoleon? Oh, I think Napoleon's in LA, actually.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hate this. I gotta customize the columns every friggin' time.
He is. Bree sold so much wall art, she's spending her money.
She's probably at
Firefighter.
Yeah.
She's playing firefighter.
Dispatcher.
Breaker 9.
Truck 11 to the most furious fire on the planet.
Over and out. Adrian says, "You have mine to do tomorrow. My columns suck."
Whose account is it?
I don't know. Whose account is this? Compassions. Whose account is this?
Hopefully they're on this call.
Yeah, if they're not on the call, there's no sense in us digging in and going any further.
They're on this call or not?
Yeah, Frank, unfortunately, they may have their column set up right on their side, but because it's the first time that we're going into it, we have to set it up on this side again. So it's a lot of repetitiveness.
Stanley, what's your account? I have a lot of work to do to reach my target then. You guys opened my eyes today, and so going to get laser focused. Yeah, that's what's up.
Should say baby girl.
Alright, let's check it out.
Baby girl was just in here.
I know, right? Maybe I should refresh because I don't see it.
Maybe I should check and see if it's here. DH marketing, is that it?
No, he said baby girl.
Oh, no.
I don't see it.
Did you send us it? Did you send us the invite? Not the invite, but did you assign the role?
Oh, Willie James is DH marketing.
Nice. Well, I'm doing that one right now.
Well, he's approving that one. He found that one. Trevor, I don't know why, but FB is never saving and showing me the columns I have saved. It's always set to show performance 30 days. Okay, so silly question. So when you do your customized columns, do you do it number one in ad sets, not in campaigns? That used to make me mad. I used to do it here, but because I was in ad sets, it doesn't show my thing. So you have to do it in ad sets. And then on top of that, after you save it, you do set as default. mcannon598@gmail.com.
Says it's already connected to DH marketing.
Oh yeah, but I think Thomas is asking.
Oh.
Yes, and it's set as default. Yeah, it keeps forgetting. So, you know, just from talking to my coder all the time, like I blame him for stuff. I'm like, whoa, why this is broken? Da da da. He lets me know sometimes it's a browser issue. What browser do you use? Chrome. Yeah, me too. So, all right. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Yeah, I know. Let me open it up, see if I can get this one. All right, guys, hold on 1 second. Just bear with me. I'm just trying to get everything situated on here. Compassions, did whoever owns that Compassions come through yet? Why is this one not coming in? All right, so DH. All right, let's see if I refresh. Oh, here we go. All right, so I just got the DH one. Who's the DH gate? I'm sorry, DH marketing? Willie, nice. Thomas, it's going to go to this address. Chris just put it up there. I'm sorry, Frank. Just put the email address. There you go. You got it, buddy. All right, so Willie. Are we looking at the Faith Love? No, selfie. All right, cool. All right.
You found it?
Yeah, I made sure that his is all set in there.
Which one are we on right now?
DH marketing.
So Compassions is nothing?
Compassions, I have no clue who the hell it is. They
Peace
definitely did not respond, so to screw with you. Skyroom Direct, who's that?
I can't see the ad account. I can see the fan pages. That's on DH, so I can't see your ad account. I can see just the fan pages. Who else do we have here? Skyroom? That's the one we need?
Mm-mm.
No, that's Clark.
I'm doing that one right now. Skyroom's all set. I just did it.
Wait, under I Love Home Keys page? So let me see. Maybe I missed it.
Yeah.
What was I on? DH?
Yeah, DH marketing.
Under I Love Phone Cases.
I seen that one.
You did?
Mm. Right there. But that's just a fan page, though.
I don't think so.
I think you might have assigned page roles, not the.
Like, check it out. You should know how to work your business management stuff, right? So I didn't want to expose every single one of your fan pages, so I went here to ad accounts, and whatever ad accounts you gave me access to, they should all be here. So I know it's not there. It's not. Skyroom Direct. Bump it up. See? Right here is the ad account, and if I were to go to filters and ad accounts, that's all I can see. I don't expose anybody's, all their fan pages. So to the ad account we go. Winner, chicken dinner.
Willie, send the invite again for the ad account. I'll go ahead and approve it real quick.
Yeah, I like this ads right here.
Oh, yeah. Big spender. Who's this? Clark?
Yeah, this is good. Spending some money. All right, let's see here.
Oh, yeah. Clark's having some success. Just want to see how to make DPA ad accounts work.
Oh, all right. Sweet. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to see all that, actually. We'll see. So, product catalogs. You already did the product catalogs? Hopefully, right? Please reformat the description field. That's only on one. Fields can't be all uppercase as one product, right? Already exists ID 314. 4 products affected. Not a big deal. Alright, so there is a big deal here because these aren't uploading. No, no variants, yeah. Products. Showing no products, so 0 of their 315. So that's bad. 0 of 315. So this is why it's broken right here. No product ID was already uploaded. What doesn't it like? Field can't be all uppercase description. Can you go into the store and make the non-uppercase? Oh, there was one where it did upload? I don't see.
0. The one underneath.
Both of them say no good. So you're not gonna get anything to serve up because they're not here.
314 below.
Below what?
314 uploaded, the second one down. But when you go into it, it says 0. Click on that one. 314 of.
Alright, so what's the name of this feed? Let's copy that. Is that the one right here? And you have these as DPA, I hope, right? Let's see.
Nice, Lynn.
I'm happy for you, Lynn. Get those DPA ads running.
I just need some traffic.
Clark, so how am I finding this DPA
SS
ad?
catalog.
Huh?
SS catalog. That's what it says.
SSS catalog. Got it. Everything looks good there. Looks good. See, you guys love that stuff. You don't need any of that. None of that. Oh, I might not have access to the product catalog. Can you go in there on yours and go here and see if you could switch this catalog? You can switch it, or you're gonna check? Alright, cool. Make sure you try it, and then make sure it's pointing to the right one, because it looks like they uploaded. Alright, for the rest of you guys just hanging out, can you give me some questions that maybe are like burning inside of you that you need to ask right now? So start typing away.
Burn.
Yeah. It's burning. Ooh, it burns.
I wish they could see what I'm drinking right now. I'm drinking.
They might. Where is that thing?
Too bad I'm not wearing the grandma one. Oh, nice. See, today the camera's working great. You guys see that? I'm a granny. I'm a granny. What's your superpower?
There we go, a little bit bigger.
Oh, there we are.
Granny. You got all types of stuff over here, I think. Unless I moved it all. I might have moved it all.
Oh, yeah, there's another one on that
We used to
side.
have jewelry pieces and all types of stuff all over the place. Yeah. Actually, I've been growing it, I don't know, like 8 weeks now. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. I don't know.
It's a love-hate relationship.
We look like brothers?
Brothers from different
Come on,
mothers.
son. He just went in the tanning booth longer than me. I told him I wanted the same package, bro.
He said 7 minutes. I said, I'll do you. I'm doing 10.
He never burns. I don't get it.
It's the lotion.
All right, cool. So I didn't see any questions. Any questions? So Nico, I don't wait till I hit that 5K barrier. What I do, oh, does this thing move? All right, so you can see us, right? So I don't wait to hit the 5K barrier. I'm already doing, and I wish I'm not gonna bring up this stupid term again, but how do you do this? The pixel seeding. I already have that pixel in place. So as soon as we hit that 5K barrier, I'm already starting to run ads here. So it hits the 25 to 50, 500, 750, 1500, 2500, 5000 again, and then on to the next, and on to the next. That's the way I'm getting past the $5,000 limit daily.
Tom said 5,000 down.
How much would you be willing to lose per day if you were on a 5K dollar?
The wrong person asked that too.
I know it sounds silly, but man, if we lost 5K 2 days in a row and that's 10 G's, but then, you know, I got all the data and then I optimize and everything in the next 7 days, we keep netting $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. That $10,000 is eaten up in the first 2 days of net profit, and we keep moving forward. A lot of people get stuck on what ad set is working, but you know, just today, and I'm spread out 7 days, 14 days. Like if I lost money the first 14 days of the month, but then the last 14 days of the month we do 180,000 in net profit, does it matter what I did the first 14 days? It doesn't matter. I'm looking at the whole overall. So it's kind of like, I guess if you had a brick and mortar in your first 8 months, you hardly do any type of business. In the last 4 months for Christmas time, you bust out, let's just say a real brick and mortar business, $120,000, and you get to keep net. They got $20,000 for the whole year, even though they had 8 months where they just struggled to pay the bills and get along, type thing, you know? So did Clark ever come back with an answer? Okay, so you said to change the product catalog, but it's not letting me, and says I need to make a new campaign in order to do so. Yeah, so let's make a new campaign and see what happens. I don't know if I can do that on here. Let me see if it lets me do that. Oh, you have a product set there. Let's go back here real quick. Yeah, so I can see the catalog. It's only showing that one catalog. Is that the right one? Let's take a look.
There's two.
This says S. All right, so this is 2862, 2862, but it's not shown here. 2862 is what we need. That doesn't show up at all. The ID. Am I pulling the right ID? Yeah, feed ID. Alright, so I would say to try to do it from your side and start over again. If not, we'll dig into it a little bit deeper. Lynn says, don't go there, Chris. Where did I go? I didn't go on the short bus or anything. Where did I go? I haven't worked on shirts yet, but have DSP. Where are those designs saved? So if you just go to Design Suite Pro, you log in, and if I use, I think, what's a non-admin account? DSP1? What is it? This is an alphabetical order. I think DSP1 is a regular account. So then you go to
go to design tools. Right there, design tool.
Design tool, and all the designs are right there. So I don't know if you've never used them or whatever, but if you just click on it, these are to make your mock-ups, right? So let's say this is what you wanted it to say. This says 9, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's really 7 here. You would change this to 7 and you hit preview. Once you hit preview, it'll render, do this thing on the back end like it was a Photoshop genius, and then you're just going to hit download. Once you hit download, it's going to go onto your computer, and then you can go to mockup tools, and then you take that where it just downloaded and you drag and drop it right here, and you're going to pick your, your, let's say the black standard shirt. Here's another standard. Maybe you want it on the black hoodie, whatever. You pick all the stuff that you want and you hit preview. When you hit preview, it's going to make up your mockup. See, it does in the background. So there's your mockup, and then you just click download. Once you do the download, you can go to where is it? The tool. Oh, Shopify export. You can go here, and let's say you want to do shirt, hoodie, v-neck, no hood, or just shirt and hoodie. You would go here, you'd name it. It's already set to shirts. If you want to leave it for shirts, tags, you can tag it to anything you want. Let's say you wanted to tag it to granny. You could put commas and add more tags. The pricing is already set to what we normally have it, $24, and compare price $34, and then you just download. When you download it, you'll have your CSV, and you bring it to Shopify, and you just import it, and you're ready to go. It has your images, all that stuff. So that's it. I hope that helped. Let's see what else it says. It says, thanks for today, guys. Already implemented heaps of changes on the site to help convert. Worried about that delay on skipping the cart, but we'll talk to my web guy. Sweet. Cleaning up ad sets, listening, perfect. Do you ever delete ad sets or just pause? I just pause. I never, ever, ever delete anything in there. Even if I wish we still had our accounts, but a year's worth of data was all in there still. Okay, does it help to do a worldwide PPE ad set to get social proof combined with regular ads to get likes and comments and faster? I don't think so. I mean, that's totally up to you, but it's like a waste of money. I mean, people aren't dumb. They can see all types of different languages on there and stuff, and if you wanted to do that, go ahead. Again, I try to think out here, and it's kind of cool that you guys can see me now. I try to think out here as Facebook. And as Facebook's looking in here, I'll be looking at your ad sets and be like, who do they think they're fooling? India is giving them all these likes, but yet they're trying to sell to the United States with these 15 different ad sets over here. I'm like, yeah, that's not working in the algorithm. You know what I mean? Like,
India trap.
If you think that that's a trick, they know that that's a trick that people use. So just think about it that way. Try to think out here as Facebook, the business owner, and look in onto your business. Man, looks like my ad sets there. Any glaring mistakes? Wait, what does it say? Does it help that can't figure out where to change the text on my add to cart button, but we'll find it. So if you're going to change it overall on the whole entire site, it's in product. You go to customize theme, left hand side, product, scroll down, and it'll let you change the button. If you want to do it for each section and stuff, that's over my head. I know it's a little bit techie, but Frank knows how to do that stuff. When running retargeting, you always have shoelace, multiple lookalikes, and DP ads running a few dollars all the time. Yes, I hammer them. So I have shoelace running, I have my own DP ads running. Sometimes I just do it straight to the product link, and I'm always running lookalike audiences, always. Seeding. I'm not going there. Now I get what you're saying. Thomas says, do you guys have mentors? Yeah, each other. I try to pay, I did that mastermind, the 2Gs, really kind of like outgrew that thing in a couple weeks. Paid $1,000 to the guru, says, he's thebomb.com. Didn't work out. Everything he told us to do was the total opposite, misdirection king. Oh, don't do that, don't do this. And then he goes and does that, and we were like, what the hell, he copied us. Ever since then, you know, I do buy people's courses. I support them, and you know, I buy all their stuff, including like Adrian Morse and all that stuff. I buy that stuff, and I always try to pull one golden nugget out of the course. I try to find something that maybe I wasn't doing or whatever, or maybe something I skipped over. I watch all of them from the beginning to the end. I don't care if it's them just showing the store. There's a ton of them out there. It's probably like 16 different people that release courses, you know, in the last like 6 or 8 months, and I go through all of them. I spend a lot of time, like a lot of people do a lot of reading, and I read and read and read, but I don't read like books on this stuff. There's no books to read on it. And then that's about it, really. I mean, we just strive to be better every day, push and push and push and push, and that's kind of how we get better. I also like to try to figure out things. Like I want to see how this thing works and how far I can push it, and then both of us together want to see how far we can take it before we break it. Well, we usually break it, but then we'll back down a little bit. So
I was just gonna say that.
So that's how we move on that. Do you look at lookalike audiences? Blah blah blah. Oh, do you look at lookalike audiences broad, all ages, all genders? Man, Rob, I feel like I wish I could hit you through here, like ding 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 ding. How many times do I have to say it? I go for the women buyers. I said the exception is with shoes. I go to the woman that's gonna pull out the credit card. Women, 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 women. I want the best chance possible. I also told you that I don't like to go between 18 to 25 because that's the college student, you know, just getting out of college. The only thing they're concerned about is the next weekend is if they have enough money to drink or maybe enough money in the gas to drive around with their friends. So I narrow it down to always my best possible option to get the money. If I'm cranking, yeah, go ahead, serve up some ads to the men and see if it sells, but I'm not going to do it off the bat. It also depends on niches too, though. Because if it's like camping, I'm going to go after the men and women. Because usually if you're a camper, you know, your wife is going to be camping with you. Bikers, kind of same thing, you know. Usually don't ride your bike without your wife unless you're cheating on her type thing. So that's it. Is it okay to create product catalog feed for each fan page? I have no clue why you would do that. But I guess you could. Let me back up before I skip that question. So if I have to do a whole shit ton of work to just get a little bit in reward, I'm not going to do that. I will put in a shit ton of work if the reward is like ginormous, like this big, but to make each one separate and have different catalogs and know which ones I'm running and which one, that seems like way too much for me. How do you edit the design, Chris? Sorry, I was not looking. Oh, so this is kind of cool. So to the design tool, you just one. And then in these boxes below here, so you know,
it has 3 fields you can edit.
Right here, you can just edit and put 3 names. You could put the grandma's custom name, and then if it's only 3 names, you just get rid of all of these, and you hit preview. When you hit preview, you're gonna see, and actually, are we still showing my screen? Yeah. All right. You're going to see that now it says 3 reasons I love being a grandma, and then there's names. Just make sure it doesn't say comma, and see how I messed it up. So you can actually do this. You can go here to format, and it fixes it. Arnell, Tyler, and Danielle, and then you hit preview, and that way you don't have to think, you know, where's the comma go, where's the and go. It's going to do it for you on the fly. So there you go. Arnell, Tyler, and Danielle.
Like, I know there's some people in different countries. Some people are in Spain, Portugal, China. So grandma is not the same in every country, you know? Like, if you're in Portugal, then it's vovó. So you can make that, you know, that correction and make it appealing to that market, which is something that's, you know, amazing about being in the marketing niche, is that, you know, in Facebook, you can market just to Portugal. And you can make your shirt say, you know, 3 reasons I love being a vovó, and you can list the, you know, 3 Portuguese kids' names, you know, and that's not hard: Maria, Miguel, and Joe. But you can make it so that, you know, it's based on the country, you know, France, you know, meme instead of grandma, you know, so you can make it so that it's appealing to the actual country, right?
It's 9 o'clock.
So there you go, it's 9 o'clock.
Hours fly by. Also, just so you know, like, we're just doing this by hand right now, but this is fully automated. You put a CSV file in here with 100 shirts that you sold, and it'll go through and do every single one by itself. So you don't have to do this each time for yourself. And if you were going to make mock-ups, don't go with the lower numbers, because then people think that's the maximum they could put on their shirt. I try to put 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever onto the shirt, because sometimes we've done 20 plus on them. So you have to pre-fill the number of kids, leave that, grammar, customize. I think I answered that. What are advanced tools under design tools? I think this might be something that
you can. It would. So this is in order for you to be able to adjust the column widths, and this is more of an Emilio thing. The girls use this because sometimes if you have, like Chris said, 13, 25 names, it's not going to look right. So Emilio goes in here and he does what he does to be able to set the column widths, to be able to shrink it or stretch it. I have no clue what the hell that is. I don't use it.
This is really cool to actually show you guys, because when you guys say, my images didn't get uploaded, it's not about uploading the image. See that image that's there? It's actually this in code. Emilio came up with his own coding system or whatever to align it and be able to know our sequences, which we started off at the beginning to know, like, how many are on each line. If there's 8, is it 3, 3, and 2? Is it 4, 3, and 1? All those little codes. So all that is on each one of the images, not only for the black ones, but for the white ones. So that's actually what it takes for Emilio to put those things into the system. It's not just like, hey, just give him the fonts, just give him this, and he throws it in. It takes a while. Can you search a product by SKU in Shopify? Yes, you can. You just go to...
You have to assign the SKU first.
Well, I'm assuming they have the SKU if he's looking for the SKU, right? Do you have the SKU already? Where the heck's the store?
She said yes.
So where's this? Oh. What the hell?
That's because you have the tab.
So you can use this global search. I don't have a SKU. Do you have a SKU?
Which store is that? Lot 33.
Yeah. Let's just find one real quick. So here's a SKU. You go back to home.
You can see that screen.
Oh. Never mind. Alright, so we're over here, and I just grabbed the SKU real quick. See the SKU? I dropped it in there, and it found anything that's related to that. So this was the SKU, and that's it. Super simple. Okay?
So tomorrow, guys, we'll do a little bit more in-depth, DSP training. Like, we'll do, not in training, but, I'll go a little bit into detail with the Design Suite Pro stuff. We'll do that tomorrow because obviously it's already 9 o'clock, so we'll dig into that a little bit tomorrow.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff in here.
Yeah, a lot. And it keeps growing. I mean, every day, if you guys know, we think of things all the time.
Here's the design tool vids,
yep. How
to do the bulk stuff, formatting, all the videos are there. There's extra stuff in here. There's webinars, the mock-up tool. It says how to add the images. Like, all the videos are done in there. So a lot of information.
And those of you guys that are in the Design Suite Pro all the time, you're going to notice over the next probably 30 days that there's going to be some design changes within Design Suite Pro. Like, we're going to try to, make the columns a little neater. All the stuff's going to be moved over to the left, and we're going to be making some changes. So don't go in there and be like, oh my God, things different. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be different. So don't be alarmed when you see that. All right. Wall art mockups. No, Alberta. So originally we tried to do it that way, but there has to be a SKU assigned to it. So you guys don't have the ability to do the mockups on your side for wall art.
Also, just so that Lynn doesn't think that I'm not looking into his stuff, look at. So can I get an update on the t-shirt designs and pixels? So he's saying he's working on them right now, so I'd be refreshing for anybody that's waiting for designs to go in that system. So I got him on it. I'm on it. When I say that I'm on it, I'm gonna push this dude. I'll fly there to Mexico myself and get him to do it. So.
And he will. Just don't have a passport to get back.
Yeah.
He will.
But I'll get there.
Can you add
Oh, Frank
cards?
the Tank too. Look at, he's working on it too. So cool. So I think I'm done. If you guys are done, thank you for showing up.
Perfect. We'll be here tomorrow, guys. Same time, same place.
Peace out.